Hi friends, I'm in London and I'm with my friend Mikkel Iversen, who started Under One Sky, and maybe remember I had a talk with him half a year ago. Now I'm back and I want to hear what's happened since I was here last time. How is the situation?
So the situation is a lot worse than it was. It was already bad, but of course, in the last 6 months we've had a cost of living crisis, which has affected everyone, but some a lot, and it basically means that every week new people are arriving on the streets, which is terrible, and it's probably going to continue for quite a while. So we've seen numbers go up every week, and recently the Mayor of London released numbers showing that homelessness is up by 20% in London. So it's a bad situation.
It is also the feeling you get when you walk the streets now, that there's somehow more. You're not counting them, but you can have the feeling that there's this.
And I totally agree, and I can see how you might see that coming in, not having been here for a while, because you get used to it when you're here. But it feels more like there are places where I'd never see people, where you now see people.
And it's ordinary families also, I have a feeling about that, is also kind of hit by this thing, you know?
Everyone's hit.
Yeah.
And families often end up in accommodation. But of course that means that when accommodation is taken up by families, there is not space for some other people. So it's the homelessness issue is much bigger than what you see on the streets. I think in the UK at the moment you're looking at about 300,000 people who are homeless.
That's real.
And a lot of children who are homeless.
Yeah. Of course, coming from Denmark, this is not an issue in the same way as here, but I remember also in Denmark I had this feeling that more and more people are having problems out there. And maybe wherever you come from, whatever country you are coming from, you might experience the same. And I think this is so important that we don't forget that every time we see a homeless person out there, that it could be us maybe. You know, we never know. Everything is changing so rapidly and in total different ways that we have expected. And I think this is some of the things that also the Under One Sky is doing here, is that just not walking by and just let things be, but we can actually do something. And that is why I ask you to contribute you to the work here in England.
I think also to that, we are a universal family, right?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where a person is, and also it doesn't matter whether it's 1 or 5 or 10 or 100. For that one person, this is a horrible place to be.
So forget about politics and remember we are all human beings. And what do human beings do? What is it that makes us human? It is that we care for each other. Thank you for doing this here in London.
Thank you.